Welcome back to Texas Teachers for Texas Teachers. On today's episode, we're talking about what you know about technology.
My technology is Make Music Cloud. This is an awesome website. It does cost money, depending on who you are, like if you're a teacher, if you're a student, if you are a band director, like private lessons teacher, it ranges. So it can range from $40 to $60 annually. That's really not bad annually. So what you can do on this program, what schools mostly use it for is you can play along to pre-programmed music, and it will literally tell you what notes you're playing incorrectly, whether that be pitch or note value or style. It'll make the note red, and then any note that the student plays correctly will be green. And if you wanted, you can use this in your classroom as a grade book. You can submit the grade, and then you can organize their grades here. It can show you practicing analytics, like how long that student practices, what their average practice time is, how accurate they're playing most of the time. And then aside from that, there's a tuning feature and composition aspects, and it's just a really cool tool overall. I've never used this in my classroom before, but I have heard about it a lot, and I think I would like to use this at some point. The only con I've heard to this is I have heard pretty bad things from students. They don't tend to like this program because it kind of focuses on what they're doing incorrectly. So if it were me, I would use this in my classroom, but I wouldn't make it mandatory. I don't think I would make it for a grade, but I would just have it available if you want to use it to get better for Region or whatever you have coming up, Solid Ensemble. Then it's a resource for you to use. And for them to be able to use it for composing and stuff, that's pretty cool because they might really like composing and then want to do that in college. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this at some point and use it in my classroom.
For my classroom, I would have heart rate monitors. And a heart rate monitor is a device that detects and measures the pulse rate of the heart. And so heart rate monitors are a great way for a teacher to measure effort and exercise intensity with students. It allows students to anchor their target heart rate and gives them an understanding of how their heart rate changes while participating in physical activity and while resting. So I chose the app Gopher Access Tech, and it provides feedback to the teachers and students, but you also would have to buy heart rate monitors from their website to go with this app. So the teacher would create a classroom in this app and assign students with a heart rate monitor. And this app and device will track the students' heart rate while engaging in physical activities. So a lesson that day, it could be running, jogging. And after a lesson, the teacher will select the end class in the app, and the results will appear instantly for students and teachers to analyze. On the Gopher website, there is a Contact Heart Rate Monitor Power Plus, and this includes 24 heart rate monitors, charging stations, storage cases, and a resource book. And this in total costs $2,000, but there are other sites and places you can order heart rate monitors. It just depends on the budget. Yeah, that's what I have.
Technology I use for mine in a PE class, I use Google Classroom because especially this app is important, especially when you're going into a lockdown and you have to move everything online. It's really important to have an application such as Google Classroom to allow you to send lessons and just units to your students so they're able to learn at home. So what this app does is that it helps you organize each section of your classes. For instance, I'm using this one as one of my previous classes that I took in a couple semesters ago, and what we did is we made different classes, and in each class it would have its separate assignments and materials such as slides and quizzes and exit tickets, and it just helps you just stay organized as a teacher with the material and give them feedback with the assignments they've turned in. and it just allows them to learn without being restricted to come in person, especially when you have a virus coming and stuff like that. So it just helps you stay organized. And the good thing about this app is that it's free, that you can pretty much use it. Students can use it on their phone, on their laptop, and just allows them to just be engaged during class when they're not able to come in person. And what I like the most about this app also is that it just allows me to grade faster. So it will let me check what my students turned in, and it just allows me to contact them if they haven't turned in the assignment. It just allows me to just give them feedback on what they turned in. So that's the reason why I like about this application.
Within dance, specifically with dance teams, but it can also be for dance classes and just getting show times and performance times out there. A very popular app is the Band app. So you open up the Band app and it starts like this. You can have multiple different bands. I like this app just because you can use it for a communication device for parents, students. You can use it for other teachers and in collaboration as well. You can post videos from practices and rehearsals, as well as performance videos. You can have chats going on with your officers, your social officers. You can have a separate band for JV and varsity. It's a very good communication tool, and that's what I like for it. So right here you see this is the SFA Wind Symphony, and here it has UIL context. So that could literally be my varsity versus my JV, or my team versus my parents. Then when you click into a specific band, you have a feed. So very much like an Instagram feed, you see all of the things that hit your algorithm the most. These are gonna be your most important things to look at on the app. You can post announcement, updated times for rehearsal, updated times for parades, anything along those lines in this chat, and it goes from newest. As well, you can look at recently commented, so you can see everything that is being looked at, commented on, anything along those lines. You click this bottom left button, it goes into the chats within it. So you can have a specific chat within that band as well. Next, I go to the second icon. This is gonna be your photos. This is where you can post those videos. You can post team pictures. This can be a collaborative album for your team. And all of that. Your calendar, this is gonna be really important. As a dance team and as a director, you're gonna get so many dates thrown at you, obviously as well with your dance classes. So having all of those dates in here on a shared calendar is going to help you out so much for your students, for your teachers, and for your parents as well. This next icon, this is gonna be all your files. So you could say, this is our football season file, this is our contest season file, and it just gives all of information. You can have handbook PDFs put in there. You can have demerit and merit sheet PDFs put in there. Attendance sheets, sign-up sheets, anything along those lines, meal plans can be put in those files, and it's just a good storing app. Our next one is going to be members. So you can look at every single member in here and see, if they are getting added to the team, you can add them in here. If they need to step out of the team, you can remove them from here, and you can assign leaders, you can assign owners that have kind of the collaboration to be able to do that. And then within your settings, you can just kind of customize those notifications. And I just think this is an overall good app that can allow for great communication, great storage, and just hold all of your team's information together on one app. Thank you for watching.